Hello, folks. Hello. Let me just change my camera, get the right camera on. Hello, and welcome back to BS Rugby for this evening's watch long. It is Leinster taking on Ulster down at the RDS. What a game we have in store. I hope everyone is doing well this evening and very much looking forward to this game. The weather's been crazy today, hasn't it? So if you do hear a bit of wind in the background, I do apologise, but I hope everyone is doing well. If you're new here, folks, welcome along. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, like the stream as well, get involved in the chat, vote in the poll who you think is going to win this evening. And of course, make sure, as I said, to let me know your thoughts in the chat. We're not too far away from kickoff. We've got a bit to go through about the teams. We're going to obviously have a look at the starting 15s and the bench for both sides. We're going to have a look at how they've been doing this season and also what can we expect for them throughout the course of this evening. So really excited to be here with you this afternoon. Hope everyone is doing well and very much looking forward to this game this afternoon. So do make sure to get involved in the live chat, get your thoughts in as always, and let me know what you make of this game. Do let me know where you're watching from. Andy Bradley's in there. Hello, Andy. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Good to see you. It's been a good day for myself. I support two teams. Indeed. Well, interesting to see how everyone is. As I said, tonight it is Leinster against Ulster down at the RDS. What a game we have in store for sure, and really excited to bring you this game this evening. There have, of course, been other games in the URC today and yesterday as well. We'll go through them in a little bit, and we'll have a chat about how those games have gone over the course of the weekend. But do let me know where you're watching from this evening. Let me know who you're supporting, who you want to win. I'll be fascinated to hear your thoughts. So do let me know who you want to win tonight. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Let me just share this out and we will get going with the pre-match focus. And we'll have a chat about how we think this game is going to go today. Let's have a look then. Let's have a chat then about this game. So, of course, as I just said, it's Leinster against Ulster. Now, last time they faced each other was back in the Rainbow Cup. And it was a Leinster win that day, a comfortable Leinster win in the end, back in the Rainbow Cup in April. In the league, last time they faced out down at the RDS, and again, it was a win for the men in blue, as they won this one pretty comfortably in the end once again. Now, both teams have, of course, been announced, so let's go through them now. This is how Leinster line up for this game. Starting at fullback, Jimmy O'Brien starts at fullback with Adam Byrne alongside Jordan Lama on the wings. Robbie Henshaw comes back into the centre. He, of course, only played one game over the autumn for Ireland, and he partners Kieran Foley. At 10, we got Ross Byrne, and alongside him, we got Luke McGrath playing at 9, and he, of course, is captain for this evening's fixture. If we then head to the front row, we got Ed Byrne, James Tracy and Tyg Furlong comes straight back into the starting 15, which is quite impressive considering the amount of rugby he's played over the course of the autumn. We have Ross Maloney and Devin Toner in the locks. And then we have Dan Levy, Scott Penny and Rhys Ruddock in the back row. Leaving the bench then of Sean Cronin, Dooley, Abdeladze, Deegan, Connors, McCarthy, Harry Byrne and O'Brien. If we have a look at this team then for Ulster, this is how they line up this evening. Mike Lowry starts at fullback with Craig Gilroy on the wing alongside Ethan McElroy. Stuart McCluskey and James Hume are the centre options with Billy Burns. And John Cooney returns for the first time since September, since that injury. So he is back at 9. In the front row then we have Andrew Warwick, Rob Herring and Martin Moore. In the locks, we have Alan O'Connor and Sam Carter with Greg Jones, Nick Timoney and David McCann at the back row. On the bench then, we have Stewart, Kane, Marcus Ree and Curtis, O'Sullivan, Carney, Doak and Litty. So those are the teams. As always, do make sure to let me know your thoughts on those teams. Are you happy with the selection of your respective sides? Do let me know, as always, what you're expecting from your teams this evening. Hit the like on the stream, it massively helps. Subscribe to the channel, it's free to do, and of course get involved in the chat as well. Let me know what you expect from this game. Let's have a chat about some of the other games then over the course of the weekend before we get into this one. On Friday night Well, as an Ospreys fan, it was a painful watch, I'm telling you. Connacht were fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Won that one 46 points to 18. I was so impressed by their ability to just continue to play, even though the weather was horrific. The weather was awful, and yet they were still able to play so well. For Ospreys, just a lot of lack of discipline. Weren't getting the basics right, and it just didn't click for us. But don't take that anything away from Connacht. They were fantastic, and they deservedly won that game. Earlier today, though, a big result out in Italy as Benetton beat Glasgow by 19 points to 18. And it was a kick, last kick of the game, a penalty. They've obviously had a drop goal previously, but a penalty this time. And they won the game with that penalty. And what a penalty it was for them. And they'd actually had an opportunity to do it prior to that, but they'd actually missed the penalty. So they had a chance right at the end. And to be honest, Glasgow kind of shot themselves in the foot. You know, they were leading. They then put in a stupid high tackle, which allowed Benetton to get up the field. And Benetton win the line-out, and then a stupid penalty at the driving maul. And Benetton won that. So Benetton beating Glasgow by 19 points to 18. And the game that's just finished, probably about half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, is this one, Dragons 14, Edinburgh 30. It was an interesting game, I've got to say. In the first 20 minutes, Edinburgh were brilliant, but Dragons took their opportunities when they got them. But in the end, the lack of discipline, the power, and the way Edinburgh were just able to keep the ball alive, keep the speed of ball going, was really impressive. And Mike Blair will be really happy with the performance of Edinburgh today. And Edinburgh going top for the time being, but that will change depending on the result tonight, who goes top instead. Sean O'Farrell's in the chat, mate. We've already spoken about it, haven't we? It was absolutely horrific from us. Fair play to Connacht. They were fantastic, but it was a poor performance from us. And yeah, I think it's been interesting. I've watched all the games so far. And one thing that stood out to me, a lot of lack of discipline so far over the course of these few opening games. But that's to be expected, right? You know, a lot of these players won't have played for 6 odd weeks. And so they're coming back in and expected to hit the ground running like that. It's just not going to happen. And I think next weekend we're expecting a lot more of the internationals to be back. And then, of course, we're into European rugby after that. I think we do obviously have to talk about the situation out in South Africa, don't we? That is some pretty big news, obviously, coming out of South Africa. And I've been breaking a lot of the news and bringing you the latest updates on my Twitter. So if you do not yet follow me on Twitter, I'm going to drop a link in the chat now. Make sure to head over there. I do them in short video forms, so they're easily digestible content in such a way. So I'll drop my Twitter in the chat. So do head over there and give me a follow if you have not yet done so. So make sure to follow me on Twitter. I've also got Instagram as well, so I'll put the link into there as well. So once again, any breaking news that I get about that, the latest news is that Scarlett and Munster have travelled from Durban to Cape Town, and that they're going to try and work from there. That's the latest we know. Obviously, as I said, they are struggling to get back from South Africa because of the new variants. Therefore, the UK government added South Africa to the red list for the UK. So they're trying to work a way to get back. That's my Instagram as well. And finally, just to finish off, folks, I'll drop a link to my Facebook page as well, which some of you may be watching on this evening. And welcome to those who are. But make sure to follow all of those. Massively appreciated. And that will keep you up to date with all the goings on. Any breaking news, mini clips will be put on there over the course of the few days. So make sure to go and give them all a follow. But make sure to vote in the poll, folks, who you think is going to win. And we're just seeing what those in the studio think about this. Everyone is backing a Leinster win. I think it's going to be an interesting one. Looking at the teams, I'm actually surprised how strong Leinster have gone. I'm quite impressed by how strong they've gone. But I think that, yeah, it's going to be a tough one, isn't it, for Ulster today? But it's going to be an interesting one to see how it goes. It's not raining. It's dry out there. A little bit of wind, as you'd expect. I mean, the weather's been pretty horrific over the last couple of days, hasn't it? So naturally, you would expect that. But look, who knows? Who knows how this game is going to go? Really excited to bring it to you. Let me just put my headphones on. Just a reminder, folks, that I cannot show you the actual game due to copyright. So if that's what you're expecting this evening, unfortunately, I cannot do that. The game is live on Premier Sports 1 here in the UK. I'm not too sure where it is in Ireland. Is it RTE2? If anyone in Ireland is watching it, please do let me know. Let me know. The weather is always horrendous in Galway. It was pretty bad, wasn't it? But let's have a look at how this game is going to go. Let me just quickly run through the teams once again for you. O'Brien at fullback with Byrne and Lama on the wings. Robbie Henshaw and Kieran Foley in the centres. Ross Byrne and Luke McGrath at 10 and 9. In the front row, then you got Byrne, Tracy and Furlong with Ross Maloney and Devon Toner. And then you got Dan Levy, Scott Penny and Rhys Ruddock. For Ulster, it goes like this. Mike Lowry at fullback, Craig Gilroy and Ethan McElroy, Stuart McClusty and James Hume in the centre. Billy Burns and John Cooney are the 10 and 9, with Andrew Warwick, Rob Herring and Matty Moore in the front rows. Alan O'Connor and Sam Carter are 4 and 5. And in the back row is Greg Jones, Nick Timoney and David McCann. So do let me know your thoughts, who you're predicting to win. It's on RTE2. Fantastic. I agree. I think that's what we will see. I think that's what we will see. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what we'll see. And let's see what the poll is saying, how you guys have voted for this one. Wow, a lot of you backing Ulster to win this one. 73% of you backing Ulster. Wow, I am very, very impressed by that. Amazed by that. Okay, interesting. By the way, if you're watching, only 10 people have come in and liked the stream. So please do hit the like button. It really helps the stream to do better and to get out to those who may be interested. So please do hit the like button and subscribe as well. It's fantastic to have you alongside this evening. I am going to back. It just feels inevitable like Leinster are going to win. I'm going to back Leinster to win by 3-5. I know my predictions, my weekly predictions video, I did back. I backed Ulster, but I think I've changed my mind now. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Right, we're ready to go. Frank Murphy is the referee. The Irishman is in charge. I am going to be eating. Apologies about that. Apologies about that, but I haven't had a chance to eat this afternoon. So you'll have to deal with I'll try not to munch too loud. But, right, we're about ready to go for kickoff. Billy Burns all set to send us off. Apologise, there's no jersey today, but it is Baltic here in North Wales. So I've decided to wear the fleece. The fleece has come out. Welcome to those who are watching. Hit the subscribe button, leave a like, get involved in the chat. Don't forget there's an option of a super chat if you'd like to support the channel financially. But as always, as I always say, there is no, you're not forced to do that. You don't have to do that. Karma Peach, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well from Switzerland. How's the weather in Switzerland? Because over here, it's very windy, very cold, very windy. We're about 30 seconds into this one, folks. Leinster have the ball just outside their own 22. Kieran Foley kicks it downfield. And Craig Gilroy sends the kick, but it's very comfortable for Ross Byrne, who calls for the mark. So interested to see how this one goes, as always. Very interested to see how it goes. So Ross Byrne has called for the mark, and he kicks it straight off. So we'll have a line out to Ulster, just over the 10-metre line of Leinster. Ben Ford, good evening. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you in the chat, as always. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing okay. We'll catch up soon, I am sure. We won't talk too much about last night's result for the Ospreys. I'm sure we can dig into that at half-time. Andy Bradley, yeah, maybe to an extent. Come on, Ulster. Karma Peach is back in Ulster. This is the biggest game of the weekend, and I'm sure at half-time as well. We'll talk about the situation now in South Africa, because it's a difficult situation, isn't it? There's a maul here for Ulster, though, from the line out, just over the 10-metre line of Leinster. John Cooney, good to see him back. Gilroy tries a low kick, comes off one of the Leinster boys, and it'll be a line out once again to Ulster. The line out just outside the 22 here. So line out here. Ulster win the ball. The maul is set up just outside the 22. Warwick with the ball at the back. Referee Frank Murphy calls for it once, not moving all that much. So Cooney has to get this one out. He finds Gilroy, who's come off his wing. Cooney going through the forwards here. Good carry. Ball is there for them. Some decent pace going on here from Ulster. And Ulster still continuing to build here into the 22 now. Billy Burns gets it out into McCluskey. They are making some decent ground here, Ulster, but not really penetrating the defence all that much. But John Cooney controlling things at 9. Warwick comes in on the little pop pass there. But some decent little work here from Ulster. If they can keep their discipline. Ball comes out to the backs. Billy Burns tries a little kick through. It does come back into Michael Lowry, though. And still there in the 22 for Ulster. Down at the RDS, of course. Good to have domestic rugby back once again. Cooney, they go to the blind side. Billy Burns into Lowry. Lowry backs himself. Close. Timothy carries. Cooney. Ooh. Referee says that tackle's okay. I'd be interested to see it. Did he lift him safely? Advantage to Ulster now, though, not rolling from Leinster. So a free play here for Ulster. Chance for them to do something. Ball comes out to the backs. They've got to try something. They try the big pass, but it doesn't work. And it will be a penalty here to Ulster. Not moving away there. And chance for Ulster to get some opening points here this evening. Interesting to see how Ulster kept the ball. They kept the ball well, but did they really do all that much with it? It's difficult to say, isn't it? But it is all good. So chance here for Ulster. They're going to take the points, or are they going to go for the corner? I think they're going for the corner. They've gone for the corner. Ulster have gone for the corner. So I've turned down a 3 points. The line out 5 meters out. So 5 minutes, 20 seconds gone. Ball up. It is claimed here. Warwick gets the ball at the back of the maul. The maul begins to move slightly. Rob Herring carries. He's gone alone, Rob Herring, but he's stopped. Advantage to Ulster. Offside from Leinster. Some good work here. Hume carries into Billy Burns. Burns goes to the line. Burns is going to get there. No, he's been tackled. Big tackle by McGrath. Still there for Ulster. Still advantage. Still advantage here to Ulster. Opportunity for them to do something potentially here. As they try and build. And they're going through the phases here. Nicely going through the phases. But we will come back. And there's no advantage. So we come back for the original penalty. And Frank Murphy having a word with Leinster there, saying, look, you need to watch it. So what are Ulster going to decide here? They're going to the corner again. It looks like it. It looks like they're going to go to the corner. So Ulster get the maul set up. The maul looks a little bit more threatening this time. This is looking decent. Where's the ball? On the 5 metre line, McCluskey carries hard. Big tackle coming in on him. Rossburn potentially in the wrong place there, but he does manage to move out of the way. Cooney picks it up. Timoney carries. Still going through the forwards. Not really going anywhere. Don't forget, Ulster have turned down 2 opportunities to take some points early on here. Chance to go wide, maybe. Cooney's calling for it, but no! And a brilliant work over the ball. Brilliant work over the ball. And Leinster will come away with it. Not releasing, penalised there. And I said, didn't I? Ulster have turned down the opportunities to get some points. And, you know, they were going through the phases, but did they ever look like scoring there? Not really. Not really. So chance here for Rossburn to kick the ball down. So 9 minutes in, 0-0. It's all been played in the half of Leinster. They do win their line out though. McGrath gets it out. Furlong carries for Leinster here. Leinster looking to play from their own half. Good passing here from Leinster. Up to the 10 metre line now. Oh, was that a deliberate knock on? Just an advantage. McGrath gets him back here. Kieran Foley. Leinster going through the forwards here. Good defence, though, from Ulster so far. And penalty to Ulster off his feet. If you're Ulster, you've got to be taking some points at this point. Kieran Foley off his feet. If you're Ulster, I think you've got to be taking some points. 10 minutes gone now. And they are going to go for all the points here. And an opportunity for John Cooney on his return to get some points for the away side. So 0-0, 10 minutes gone. So John Cooney on the 10 metre line, slightly to the left, but a pretty simple kick. And it actually doesn't look too windy down at the RDS. So 48 metres out. And a chance here for Ulster to take a deserving lead. They've certainly been the better side. But that's what you got to do against Leinster. You have to take your chances. You got to take points. And now they've decided to go for the post. So a chance for Cooney to get Ulster into the lead. Let's see if he can get it. He steps up. He kicks. And he's missed it. He's hit it wide. So it remains 0-0. And opportunities like that, it's a tough one to let that one go, isn't it? So still 0-0. Cooney misses his first kick of the night. So Leinster get us back underway. John Cooney with the ball on the 10 metre line, still in the Leinster half here. Good running from Moore there. Cooney goes towards the blind side. Burns looks the little kick through. Not a bad little kick at all. And it will be a line out to Leinster on their own 22. Let's have a look at some of your comments. I think they would have bought the South Africa derbies for the South Africa, so at least they could get some games. Yeah, potentially they should have done that. The thing is, nobody knew this COVID variant was coming, did they? So you can't really blame anyone specifically, but you have to think in the current climate of the world to do a competition that includes so much traveling, where this vaccine is being put out. I don't want to get political, but this vaccine is being put out, but not everyone is taking it. And that's fine. You know, obviously it's a free will and all that, but it's not like 100% confirmed that everything's going to be okay in a couple of years' time. So to do a whole tournament off the back of that seems a little bit crazy. I would swap the South African teams for 4 English teams. Those would be a lot better than it's only across the border. I can understand the mentality with that, but it's never going to happen. The English league is set well, it works well, and it's more financially viable for them to be in that competition. So that's not going to happen, unfortunately. But Ulster here with the ball then, just inside the Leinster half. Still trying to pass it around here, Ulster, but not really going anywhere. And something that they said in commentary, which was quite interesting, was that Ulster do lack that little bit of physicality. I mean, they just can't get through this defence. They can't quite get over the break, over the gain line. So Jimmy O'Brien calls for the mark. We are nearly 15 minutes into this one. And Jimmy O'Brien sends it downfield up towards Michael Lowry. They've kept the ball alive. Chance for Michael Lowry to run. Gets over the halfway line. John Cooney. And Ulster just inside their own half. And once again, they're just going to kick this one. Cooney sends it up. Oh, and it's dropped by Jimmy O'Brien. And it'll be a line out to Ulster just outside the 22. So a line out here too. Opportunity here then for Ulster. Ulster win the line out then. Just outside the 22 here. And Ulster peel away with the ball here just inside the 22 of Ulster. Cooney finds Timoney. Cooney once again pops it up. Moore carries well, gets it off well. Ulster, a little bit more pace on this move here. A little bit better here from them. And some good, strong carries coming in. Lovely hands. Oh, McCluskey's broken through. Chance here for Ulster, and they've scored. And finally, Ulster finally get a try after all that brilliant work, after all that early dominance. Ulster have got the early score, and after 15 minutes of pretty much being all Ulster, Ulster take the opening, get the opening try. James Hume with a brilliant run from him. It was absolutely fantastic from James Hume. And it is Greg Jones who crashes over for Ulster. And Ulster take the lead here. Greg Jones with his try gives Ulster the early lead here. Good try from the away side. And they've been so dominant so far. And it is exactly what they deserve. They deserve to get that point. So chance here for John Cooney to add the 2 points to the right-hand side of the post. Fairly simple kick for him. And he kicks it, and it's a good strike. And Ulster continue their dominance in this one. 7 points to 0 to the away side. It's been all Ulster so far indeed. Stand up for the Ulstermen. And a brilliant finish there. And it came off a brilliant work from James Hume. And how are Leinster going to respond to this? What are they going to do? As Byrne gets us restarted. It was originally knocked back by Leinster, but it fell into an Ulsterman. So Ulster have the ball on their own 10-metre line. 78% possession to Ulster, 97% possession territory, to the men in white. 17.5 minutes gone. Oh, was that taken in the air? Was he taken in the air? That'd be interesting to have a look. But Leinster with ball just inside their own half. Furlong carries. Can't really make any ground. McGrath gets it out. Here comes Jimmy O'Brien, but he's tackled. Into Byrne, inside ball there. Lovely work. Ball is still there, though, for Leinster, and they're recycling the ball well into the half of Ulster for the first time. But over the ball, I think, is Nick Timoney. Nick Timoney over the ball, and the turnover is good. And Ulster will have a chance to send this down into the 22 of Leinster. And very good work from the away side once again. Chance here then for Billy Burns to send this one down. And it's not a bad kick at all from Burns. Really good work here from Timoney, straight over the man, over Devin Toner, and certainly supporting his own body weight. And it's a very, very good win for Ulster. So line up to Ulster then, just inside the 22 of Leinster. And they do win the ball well. Ball comes out of the back. Herring, ball bounces, but it went backwards. Cooney gives it to Nick Timoney. There's a chance here to go wide, potentially. Oh, that was a big hit. They might want to have a look at that. Hume on the outside, trying to go. Good tackle. Leinster on the ropes here, potentially. They do have a man down. Greg Jones, the try scorer, is currently down injured. I'm surprised that they haven't had a look at that tackle. Ulster still coming through the forwards here. 20 minutes gone in this one. A lovely break for Moore. Cooney feeds it into McCluskey. Up to the 5-metre line now. There's one more pass. Maybe it just needs one more. Burns couldn't quite get the pass away. Good work here. Sam Carter carries for Ulster up to the 5-metre line now. Timoney carries once again. Ulster pushing and pushing and pushing here. McCann goes for the line. Can't quite reach there. Ball is there. Cooney gets it out a little bit, bouncing all over the place. The ball is there, though, for Ulster. Still on the 5-metre line. Maybe lost a little bit of momentum. Timoney gets it in. McCluskey tries to go in through the breakdown, but ball is still there for... Oh, Leinster have turned it over. Brilliant work from Robbie Henshaw. And Ulster, for all their dominance, could not get away with that there, could not get the points. I think they need to have a look at one tackle, though. There is one tackle that I think they need to have a look at. I didn't see an attempt to wrap. I don't know if they can have a look at it. If Ulster had one big ball carry, like one series, like when Dwayne Vermeulen comes in, someone like that, it would really help them. Really would help them. As always, folks, thank you very much for joining me this evening. It is currently Leinster leading by 7 points to 0, 20 minutes gone. It's been all Ulster so far. Sorry, Ulster leading by 7 points to 0. 20 minutes gone, so we're halfway through this first half. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button. If you've not yet done so, it's free to do. Helps keep you up to date with everything on the channel. Leave a like as well. If you're watching on Facebook, feel free to follow my page, Brandon Smith Rugby, and you can follow my Twitter and Instagram as well. So 20 minutes gone. Chance here for Ross Byrne to send the ball down. For Ross Byrne. I think if you're Ulster, you're happy. You're happy with the way you've started, but you haven't finished many of your chances, and that would be a concern, I think. There are some changes going on here because of some injuries, and just as they're confirmed, I will let you know. So line out here to Leinster. One here. And the maul is set up well by Leinster. A little bit of momentum for them here. Deegan is on for Levy. It's a HIA. That's the change for Leinster. Ball comes out. Foley, Byrne, good hands. Henshaw looks out wide. Pass it out. Ree is on for Jones for HIA as well for Ulster. Penalty, though, for Leinster. Not moving away. Hume, I think, has been penalised for that. So chance for Ross Byrne to send this one downfield. And Ross Byrne sends it down. And chance for Leinster for the first time in this game to have ball in decent field position. So line out here then just outside the 22. Ball goes up, won by Devin Toner. And they've dropped the ball, but it's gone backwards. So the ball is still there for this Leinster side. First chance they're going to have to attack in this game. And what Leinster are very good at is being clinical. They're very, very good at that. And one score for all the dominance that Ulster have had would bring the game back level. So just outside the 22, Luke McGrath gets it out to Byrne on the right-hand side into Jimmy O'Brien. Good tackling here from Ulster. Penny carries into the 22. A little bit too easy here for Leinster. Good tackle, though, by Rob Herring there. Kieran Foley steps inside. Lovely hands. Great offload from Foley. Ball comes out here to Byrne. Henshaw carries. Tackled by McCluskey. Leinster still going through the forwards. Just inside the 22 of Ulster. Tyke Furlong tries to dance his way around, but is tackled as Devin Toner carries. Ball comes out wide. Ross Byrne, good tackle on him. And Leinster have been pushed back here. Ball is still there, though, for Leinster. Tyke Furlong tackled just over the 10-metre line. Byrne steps inside. Some big tackles coming in here. Here comes Devin Toner. Lovely hands. Offside, so advantage here to Leinster. Ball is still there, though. Ross Byrne tries a little dink over the top. Jimmy O'Brien trying to run onto it, but it doesn't work. And no advantage or opportunity for Leinster. Will they take the points? It'll be interesting to see if they do take the points. So Leinster deciding to go for the corner here. So Leinster decided to turn down the 3 points and decided to go towards the corner. So Leinster here looking to put the pressure on, probably about 10 metres out here. Ball comes up. They do manage to win it. It bounces awkwardly. Luke McGrath does get to it. Did he knock that on? Yes, he did. So it'll be a scrum for Ulster on their own 22. Let's have a look at the poll, see how you guys have voted. Interested to see. Most of you have actually backed Ulster to get the win here. 53% of you have backed them to win, compared to 44% believe that Leinster will win, while 3% have backed a draw in this one. If you're watching and you've not yet done so, please do hit the like button. It really helps the video to get out there. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It's free to do once again, and it helps because the channel keeps you up to date with everything going on, as always. Nathan Doe, what a player he is. What a player he is indeed. And I've got to be honest, Ulster have been good, but for all their dominance, you worry that maybe they haven't had the amount of points they'd want at this point. A little bit of a frustration for them, I think. But it's been a good game so far. It's been a good game so far. Enjoyable game. So, scrum here then to Ulster. About 13 minutes to go until half-time. Ulster leading by 7 points to 0. Scrum to Ulster. Solid scrum from both sides. Nick Timoney uses it. John Cooney boots it downfield. Bounces awkwardly, and it's actually a very good kick from the scrum half. It'll be a line out to Leinster just outside their own 22. So not a particularly high scoring affair, this one, but it's been fairly entertaining. And it's a line out to Leinster just outside their own 22 now then. Their line-out has been flawless so far. They still managed to get it back just about here. And Luke McGrath will have to use this. He goes to the forwards. Furlong carries. Herring trying to hold him up. Luke McGrath, he's outside the 22, so he's got to keep this alive. He can't kick it straight off. He kicks it up. Gilroy waits for it and takes it well. Manages to offload it. Oh, that's a big tackle coming in. And I think Kieran Frawley's intercepted it. He has. So chance here for Leinster. The ball is out though, and penalty to Ulster at the breakdown. The ball was out. Nobody came and claimed for it. And a chance here for Leinster to send this one downfield. And you feel like if Leinster can get the next score, there could be something on here for this Ulster side, but they need to really get the next score, you feel, as we edge towards the half-an-hour mark in this one. But do let me know your thoughts on how you think this game is going so far. Let me know what you make of it. Still 7 points to 0. So line out here to Ulster, and it's been stolen. It wasn't even straight, to be honest. It's a pretty awful throw, and those kind of little mistakes can really cost you against the side of Leinster's quality. Kieran Foley steps inside, and he's being his man, and he's going alone, and he has clearly been charged. Well, is that an obstruction? Is that a tackle off the ball? I'm pretty sure the TMO is going to have a look at that. I mean, Craig Gilroy really was nowhere near the ball there. I think we could be seeing a yellow for that. They will have a look at it. Cooney sends it up, though. We will be coming back to that incident in just a second. Byrne wins it here. We're going to have a look here. There was an infringement off the ball here. Are they going to come back and have a look at that situation with Kieran Foley? I don't think they're going to. It doesn't look like it. So nothing given there, but they will come back for a little push. So chance here for Leinster to send this down towards the 22. Yeah, Craig Gilroy with a little push in the back of Luke McGrath. This is the Foley one. Oh. I've no idea how Craig Gilroy's got away with that first one. on Kieran Foley. Turns his shoulder in, hits him in the chest, but interesting. Leinster with the line out, though. They win it. The referee calls for it once as they have set up the driving maul. It's not really moving yet. Luke McGrath gets it out. Kieran Foley tries a little kick. Does not work at all. And it's bounced kindly here for Ulster. Maybe a chance for them to run. McElroy tries to carry there. Cooney gets it out towards Billy Burns. Lovely step from James Hume. And penalty for Ulster, not rolling away. Rhys Ruddock penalised at the breakdown there. Chance here then for Billy Burns to send this one down. We have about 8 minutes to go until half time in this one. And Billy Burns sends it downfield towards just over the 10-metre line. So ball is there for Ulster on the 10-metre line of Leinster. And it's been a very dominant half from Ulster. The only complaint you'd have if you're an Ulsterman is that you probably have not had the amount of points that you'd want as Billy Burns breaks the line. Billy Burns into the 22. Does he have the support? He tries to get the offload into Cooney, but it's knocked on. And what an opportunity that was. And a high tackle then coming in from James Hume. And, well, for one moment there, Ulster may have thought that they'd done it there. Billy Burns broke the tackle. The pass towards Cooney was just that little bit too low. The chance here for Leinster cleared down. There's those moments in the game that will give this Ulster side even more confidence. There's ringing, you can't hear. Let me log out and I'll come back in and that should sort it. How does that sound? Do let me know. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. Is that better? All right, I've checked. I think that's sorted. Let me know. Is that better? I just double checked. Loads better. Fantastic, Francis. Apologies about that. Not too sure what happened there. All good. Thank you very much, folks. 5 minutes to go till half time then. 7-0 to Ulster. Ball goes up, and Michael Lowry claims it well under the high ball. Fascinating to see how this last 5 minutes is going to go in this first half. It's only 7-0, but it's been a very good game. I've really enjoyed it. Cooney sends it up. It's on the head of Luke McGrath, and he does get it off to O'Brien. Oh, he nearly broke the gap there, but he is brought down in the end. But chance here for Leinster, maybe to go out wide. Foley looks up, sends it out. Oh, he's caught him high there, James Hume. But there was a lot of things going on there. Still, Leinster inside their own half here, just by the 10-metre line. Henshaw looks up, gives it inside. Good work. And Leinster building nicely here. Ross Maloney carries. The ball's to the backs here now then. Here we go. Henshaw into Tadhg Furlong. Nick Timoney trying to get over the ball here. Byrne carries over the halfway line. Some good building here. Gilroy was looking for the intercept there. Leinster building nicely. Devon Toner carries. It has Luke McGrath. Gives the ball to Byrne. Back to here to Henshaw. The pass is a little bit loose. Henshaw on his own here. Needs to be careful. And the ball is still there, but Leinster, having lost maybe 15 metres or so, do have some nice plays here, though. A lovely step here. Lovely ball here into Jimmy O'Brien. He's kept it alive. Lovely offloading here from Leinster. Up towards the 22 now. Big hit coming in on Rhys Ruddock. Leinster looking up. Kieran Forley. Maloney carries now. Ulster recovered well. Ross Byrne gets it out. Henshaw steps beautifully. Good ball in here. Big hit coming in on him. Important that Ulster hold Leinster out here. If they want to go into half-time in the lead, they need to be doing that and keeping their discipline. Leinster coming through the big forwards now. Turnover by Ulster, though, and they will get the penalty. And once again, Nick Timoney is the man. Interesting question here. Do you think Leinster is one of the best teams in Europe with all the world-class players? I think they are, you know. I think they are. But I think it's I think they're trying to adapt their style. In the preview I did with Connor Broomfield, who's a big Leinster fan, he said that they were trying to adapt the way they were playing, but that it does take time to do it, doesn't it? So I do think they're one of the best teams. It'll be interesting. Of course, we have the Champions Cup and the Challenge Cup coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll be doing watch-alongs for that, previews, reactions, tactical analysis, and all that. So make sure to join me for that. Hydrate. I will do, my friend. Don't you worry. Can't get RT2. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. It is live on Premier Sports, or you can stick around here and listen to my commentary if you'd like to do that. So we have about 2 minutes to go until half-time, so I shall hydrate on the orders of Andy Bradley. Don't forget, at half-time, we'll take a quick 2-minute break just so I can refill on fluids and head to the bog as well. But we'll be back for the second half to certainly discuss the first half, look at some stats, look at yesterday's game, talk about the situation in South Africa, and, of course, watch the second half together. So, line-outs here too, Ulster, just on the halfway line of Leinster. And they managed to just about win the ball. Was he taken out in the air, though? Referee says no. Ball is there, though, for Leinster. John Cooney all set to box kick this one downfield, which he does. And it's well won by Craig Gilroy. Has he been held up, though? Tackle has been made. Cooney tries a little kick over the top, but McGrath is there. And Jimmy O'Brien will send this one back down and up to Michael Lowry. A little bit of space here for Ulster to attack as McElroy breaks the first tackle, but is tackled then onto the halfway line. Here come Ulster. Ball floated out towards Gilroy. Trying to step inside. Avoids the first tackle, but once again is tackled on the second opportunity. Ulster continuing to build here. Not really going anywhere. That would be the only concern. Billy Burns, Michael Lowry steps inside. Good hands. McCann. Penalty, though, to Leinster here. Tyg Furlong penalised. Frank Murphy said no hands. He said it. He said it many times. He said no hands, and Furlong was in there. Leinster are a well-oiled machine. They are indeed, aren't they? So what do Ulster do here? Do you take the points and finish off the half? Yes, you do. That's what Ulster are going to do. There are over 40 of you currently watching. If you're not yet hit the like button, please do. Subscribe to the channel. Get involved in the chat. Ask questions. Tell me what you think of the game. It's a great little community here. So do get involved in the chat as always. It's good to see a lot of you chatting together as well. That's always good fun. So make sure to get involved, folks. So chance here for John Cooney to give Ulster a 10-0 lead at half-time. And this will be a big kick. This will give them that little bit more breathing space. So this is going to be fascinating to see. So with 30 seconds over the red, the chance for Cooney just over the 10-metre line to the right-hand side. It's not the easiest of kicks, but the weather conditions are pretty good. Chance for Cooney. And he's pulled that well wide. And that will be that. So at half-time, it is Leinster trailing here. Half-time, it is Leinster 0, Ulster 7 at half-time. I'm going to take a quick break, but I will be back in just a second to review that first half, to talk about all the action going on in the URC this weekend. And, of course, look forward to the second half. So while you're waiting on half-time, folks, keep the chats coming. Keep the thoughts going on in the chat. As always, make sure to do that. Of course, be sure to head over and follow my Twitter, follow my Instagram as well, and follow the Facebook page. And subscribe here on YouTube. Right, that's enough talking. I'm going to go grab a cup of tea, head to the toilet, and I'll be back in a second. I'll see you in a second. Don't go There we go. We are back. It is half time in this one. Leinster trading by 0 points to 7. Welcome along to the watch along if you're joining at half time. Thank you very much for watching here on YouTube and, of course, on Facebook as well. Good to have you folks involved as always. It's been an interesting game, hasn't it? You've got to say Ulster have been on top for the majority of the game, but they haven't managed to take real advantage of that, have they? And Leinster, we know how good they can be, and they will certainly have to improve in this second half. As I said at the start of the game, it is Leinster against Ulster, but we've already had 3 other games in the URC so far. Do let me know your thoughts on them as we go through them. Excuse me. But let's have a quick chat about them now. Connacht against Ospreys on Friday night. Sean said it very well at the start of the show. Let me see if I can find the comment that he said for it. There it was. Ospreys demolition against Connacht. Absolutely, it was. Ospreys, we weren't very good. I've got to say, I'm an Ospreys fan if you didn't know that. We weren't very good, but shout out to Connacht. They were fantastic. Played some wonderful rugby as they won 46 points to 18 at the sports ground. Even though the conditions were horrendous, and I mean they were horrendous, they played some exquisite rugby, absolutely exquisite. And if they can make the sports ground a fortress, they can really challenge with some of the best in the league for attacking play. For us, we just weren't good enough. Loads too many penalties given away, loads of mistakes, just weren't good enough on the day. The other game of the weekend, probably the most dramatic so far, was this one. Benetton against Glasgow. Glasgow 18, Benetton 19 out in Treviso. Benetton getting a last-minute penalty, literally the last kick of the game. The clock was in the red. They went up the field, got the line out, went through a couple of phases, and Glasgow gave away a penalty, and Benetton kicked it over to win by 19 points to 18. A really good win for them. They've already beaten a Scottish team in the last minutes, haven't they, this season already when they beat Edinburgh? But what an incredible performance from Benetton, and Benetton get another win. The final game that we saw earlier this evening was this one. It was Dragons against Edinburgh. Edinburgh winning this one by 30 points to 14. Edinburgh are a fun team to watch. If you're thinking of watching a game over the course of a weekend and you're not too sure who to go for, I really suggest having a watch of Edinburgh. They're really fun to watch. They play fantastic rugby. They throw it about. Ben Vellacott at scrum half, one of the best scrum halves in the league right now on form. He loves to tap and go, take quick opportunities, snipe around the breakdown. Absolutely brilliant watch. Again, for the Dragons, lack of discipline. They played well in areas, but in the end, Edinburgh pulled away and probably deserved to win this game. So those were the games that happened today. Of course, let's talk about the situation in South Africa. What is going on there? And let me share a quick video with you, which will explain the latest goings on with the situation at the minute. So hopefully this situation that I'm going to share with you is the latest that is going on.
Hello once again, Twitter and Instagram. It is mad windy here right now, so apologise if you can hear the windows rattling in the background. Just an update on the situation with the teams out in South Africa due to play their games in the URC. Of course, by now we know that those games have been postponed. We also know that the 4 teams tried to find a way home last night but were unable to do so. But we do have some news for you. Munster and Scarlets have tweeted out in the last few minutes confirming that they are moving to Cape Town, flying to Cape Town. They're able to fly within the country and they're going to be based there and try and sort something out from there. So whether that means that they'll look to take a flight together, potentially Cardiff and Scarlets, or Munster, Cardiff and Scarlets, they'll be looking to negotiate from there. So at least things seem to be moving now. There seems to be some progress. It's been a really frustrating time for fans, for friends and families of the players and the staff, of course, and a really difficult time for everyone involved with the URC because, of course, there's a lot of hope and excitement about these South African teams coming in and that the first really chance of seeing them playing at home in front of their own fans. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen. But that is the latest. That Scarlets, that's Scarlets, yes, and Munster have both gone to Cape Town and will be working from there. We're waiting to hear from Cardiff Rugby to see what their next steps are ahead of this evening, to see what they are going to look to do. But of course, there's that deadline, that 4 a.m. deadline. They need to be back by 4 a.m. tomorrow if they don't want to have to quarantine for 10 days in a hotel. At this rate, it looks very unlikely like they'll be back for that deadline, but we wish them all the best. Make sure to follow me here on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook as well for more updates on everything rugby. Breaking news, of course, here on BS Rugby. Cheers.
So there we go. That's the latest on what's going on in South Africa. It is a pretty difficult situation, isn't it? So make sure, of course, to follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you've not yet done so. That's where I post all of my updates on what's going on. Whenever I hear it, I bring it to you. There's a link in the chat. I will drop a new link in now. So let me drop the Twitter and Instagram links in there. We're just about ready for the second half here, folks. But I'm just going to drop it in there. So please do head over there, follow my Twitter, and make sure to get involved there. So that is in the chat now. So make sure to head over there and follow my Twitter. And of course, I will drop my Instagram in the chat as well. Make sure to go follow me over there as well, as I will keep bringing you up to date on that situation. And any breaking rugby news, make sure to follow me there. Right, we are all set to go for the second half. Both teams are out. We've literally just kicked off, actually. So let's turn our focus to that. There's the Instagram there, so feel free to follow me there. So let me get my headset sorted, and we will get going once again. We have literally just kicked off, and oh my gosh, Leinster have broken straight through already here. I'm not even ready. What's going on? Ball is there, though, for Leinster. And Ulster, though, I've turned it over just outside their own 22. Leinster broke through beautifully, but not releasing. McCluskey there, doing well. And a big moment there. I do have an important question, though, to ask everyone. Is it too early to have one of these? Is it too early to have a mince pie? I've already had 5 today. Is it too early? I love these. Is it too early? It's what, 27th of November. Is it too early? Is it too early to watch Christmas films? Is it too early to put the decorations up? Let me know what you think on that one. I know it's got nothing to do with rugby, but is it too early? Let me know what you think on that. It's just a couple of injury concerns here. So a minute gone. We just got a little break here in play, I think. The Barbarian men did get cancelled. Yes, I put that on my Twitter and Instagram as well as soon as I found out. But yeah, that's really a shame because players like Rob Carney were going to play their last game. The Samoa captain was in tears when he had an interview afterwards. So it's very difficult, isn't it? And it needs to be addressed. And this is the second time it's happened with the Barbars. So clearly, some people just don't give a regard to the COVID laws and just go out and go catch it. So it's a tough one, isn't it? It is a tough one. We are getting a HIA check here on Ross Byrne, I believe it is. So we're waiting to see on that. Ross Byrne is up. He seems to be okay, which is good to see. Right then, so line out here to Ulster just on the halfway line. They win the line out. Having at the back, but it's knocked on by Ulster. And so it'll be a scrum here to Leinster on the halfway line. Knocked on here by Ulster. So scrum to Leinster. Still only 7 points to 0. No games tomorrow, so no watch along tomorrow, folks. But we'll be back next week. We have a Leinster Connacht on the Friday night, which I'm sure we'll aim to do something for. We then have Ulster against Osprey, so we might try and get Stephen Somerville on to do that with us. He, of course, is a big Ulster fan, so we'll see if we can get him on for that. I'm jumping on his channel to do a preview in the week for that game, so yeah, looking forward to that for sure. So scrum here anyway to Leinster, just over the halfway line. Luke McGrath looking to feed this one in. We're 2.5 minutes into this second half in this Irish derby. Is this the first derby of the season? Maybe. Yeah, they haven't faced each other this season. So first derby of the season. Another Irish derby, as I said, next week. Yeah, so next week we've got Leinster Connacht on the Friday night, which we'll probably do a watch along for. We've then got Ospreys against Ulster and Glasgow against the Dragons as well. Of course, the games that were meant to be staged in South Africa have, of course, been postponed. So we'll see what we'll do next week. So Luke McGrath feeds the scrum. It's a solid scrum from both sides. Luke McGrath gets it out. Ross Byrne tries to find the inside ball. Well, surely that's a knock on, ref. Referee says no knock on. So ball is there for Leinster as they come through the forwards. Just over the halfway line. Beginning to pick up a little bit of momentum. That's a good tackle coming in though. And Leinster still carrying well here. Good hands coming in from this Leinster side. Luke McGrath still on the halfway line though, Leinster. Still trying to build. Ross Byrne inside. Good work from him. Good hands here from Leinster, but still not really making all that much ground. Inside their own half now. Leinster's defence has stood very, very firm today. You've got to give them props for that. And Luke McGrath is going to send... Oh, he looked like he was going to send it up, but he didn't. Jimmy O'Brien carries it well. Leinster think they have lost it. They have, and Ulster have won it. Marcus Ray gets the turnover for Ulster. Things aren't really going the way of Leinster at this point. A chance for Leinster to send this one down towards the 22. Billy Burns sends this one down. And it's not the greatest kick from him. It's actually a very poor kick from Billy Burns. Just over the 10-metre line then. Change coming here for Ulster. Eric O'Sullivan has come on. So Andrew Warwick is off. And O'Sullivan is on in the front row for this Ulster side. Herring carries from the back of the maul. Cooney gets it out to McCluskey, who's been busy today. Ball is there. Cooney into Billy Burns. Steps. Tackled, though, by Cian Healy. Not Cian Healy, sorry. He's not playing today. Furlong. Carter carries, but is tackled. Ball here to McCluskey. Once again, he goes alone. Ball is there for Ulster, sorry. They're going through the phases well, but they're not really going anywhere. It's a little bit slow, to be honest. It's pretty predictable, but who's got the penalty? And it is Ulster who get the penalty. So chance here for Cooney right in front of the post. You'd think he'd go for the post here. You think he'd back himself to get the points here. And I think Cooney is going to go for the post here. Again, impeding at the breakdown. Change here for Ulster once again. Sam Carter is off. But chance here for Cooney to try to add to the one kick that he's got already. He's actually missed 2 kicks as well. So Ulster could be 5 points ahead because he missed the conversion, didn't he? And then he missed a penalty. So they could be, at this point, they could actually be 12 points ahead with a chance to go to 15 points ahead. But a chance to go 10 points ahead here. 8 minutes into the second half. Cooney lines it up, kicks it. It's straight through the post. And Ulster managed to extend their lead. It is Leinster 0, Ulster 10. 8 minutes into the second half. Gotta say, Ulster deserve it. Ulster haven't won at the RDS since 2013. Nearly a decade in the making. Carney is on for Carter in the second row for Ulster. So that has been confirmed. And the next score you feel is really important in this game. If Ulster can get a try as Frawley breaks the first tackle, then it would be very difficult, you think. You'd never count them out, but it would be difficult for Leinster. Leinster beginning to up the speed here. Frawley looks for the little kick in behind. Not the greatest kick, though. Michael Lowry has time. Looks up. Gives it into his McCoy. Leinster trying to get over the ball. Ball was out and it's been stolen here. And Penny cuts inside. Beats his man. 7 meters out now. Chance for Leinster. And it is a penalty, though, to Leinster here. Infringement at the breakdown. I am an Ospreys fan. After yesterday, yes. Yes, it wasn't the greatest performance last night. And it doesn't get much easier because we welcome Ulster next Saturday. So that's going to be a really tough game for us. And then we got Europe. Oh, gosh. So we've actually started the season really well, but yesterday was very, very poor. Lovely break there from Penny. Billy Burns missed the tackle. So line out here to Leinster. 5 meters out. Important moment in the game. Devin Toner wins it. The maul is set. The crowd raise their voice. It's been called out once. Luke McGrath gets it out. Jimmy O'Brien carries into Penny. Up to the 5 meter line here. Good quick ball here for Leinster. Going through the phases here. They're about a meter out. It feels rather inevitable. The ball is still there, though, a meter short. Going through, trying to get over the line. Have they managed to do it? No, they haven't. Rudder carries. Still trying to push and go for the line here. Discipline's really important. Is that being knocked on? Oh, he's put it down. Henshaw's put it down for Leinster. And after all the dominance of Ulster, Robbie Henshaw gets the try for Leinster. And it's a really good finish from Robbie Henshaw. How he manages to finish that there. But 10 minutes into the second half, Robbie Henshaw gets the penalty. And Rossburn adds the 2 points to make it 7 points to 10. And we said, didn't we, the next score is going to be really important. Hey, that's what I try and do. That's what I try and do. But thank you very much for the kind words. That's very much appreciated. Robbie Henshaw with a really good finish there. But I said it, didn't I? I said the next score is going to be really important. And after all the dominance that Ulster have had, they're only winning by 3 points. There are changes here. Michael Lowry is off for Ulster. I'll just confirm who comes on as we get to know. So Sean Cronin is on for Tracy. Dooley's on for Ed Byrne. And let Ulster get us going once again. You still feel the next score is quite important. Little is on for Lowry for Ulster. But you feel like, you know, Ulster have left, what, 6 points out there, 5 points out there from the boot of Cooney from kicks that you'd expect him to get, really. Ulster look a little bit rocked here, a little bit shook, you'd have to say. Cooney's going to send this one up on the box kick. This time it's in a little bit more of a competitive edge, and Jimmy O'Brien claims it well. Here come Leinster just outside their own 22, looking to build from here. Ball comes back to Byrne, who kicks it downfield. It's going to bounce. Someone needs to claim it. McElroy claims it. He dances past one, up to the halfway line. Cooney gets it out into McCluskey. Good hands into Billy Burns. Into Gilroy. I think he's been turned over. Yes, it has. Really good work from Robbie Henshaw. He's starting to show. They're starting to show what they can do here now. And you feel the tide is beginning to change now. Leinster beginning to turn the screw now. Kick downfield by Rossburn into the 22. I fear for the Welsh and the Six Nations, I agree. Absolutely. There'll be obviously a lot of coverage going into the Six Nations, but I think there's a lot to work on for Wales. And yeah, I think we're right there, aren't we, Andy, in saying that's going to be it's going to be a tough Six Nations for us. So line out here to Leinster, won by Rhys Ruddock. And it's knocked on, though, by Leinster. So advantage here to Ulster, but there is no advantage. So scrum to Ulster then. 25 minutes to go, 3 points in it. Knocked on by Luke McGrath. He wasn't really full on watching it. Seven points to 10, then it is. So scrum here to Ulster, just inside their own 22. They need a good exit here. And we'll have a reset of the scrum. So they're just going to reset this scrum once again as John Cooney feeds the ball in. And once again, it's a solid scrum. Nick Timoney peels off the back, finds McCluskey, who gets over the 22. And you'd expect that Ulster will now go through a couple of phases and will look to clear. And John Cooney is going to look to send this one up to the high heavens. Well, surely that's an offside. Cooney sends it up. O'Brien claims it, the fullback. He's had a good game this evening. But won really well by Ray over the ball, and a chance for Ulster to send this one down into the 22. Another penalty for Ulster. And Ray and Timoney have both been excellent today over the ball, I've got to say. A chance for Billy Burns to send this one downfield. And a chance here then. So a chance here for Ulster to do something. The maul is set up well. Herring at the back. Cooney tries to get it out. Maybe a little bit isolated there. Where is that ball? Ball is there for Ulster, though, just outside the 22 here. Certainly slow down here, but it's still there for them. Cooney feeds it into his forwards as Carney carries. Here come Ulster then. Oh, lovely carry from Herring. Little spot of the gap. Ball is there for them still, though. Nick Timoney carries, who's had a fantastic game for Ulster. John Cooney gets it out. Billy Burns into McCluskey. Not quite quick enough, and that's a big hit coming in on John Cooney, but Billy Burns has done well. He finds Gilroy. But Ulster lost a little bit of their shape here. So they've been knocked back a little bit, but it's a good little break by Hume. Cooney finds McCluskey. Pops it back up to Cooney. Lovely little feet from John Cooney here, just outside the 22 now. They've remade those meters. Ray acts as scrum half. Still slow and patient from Ulster, trying to find the gap. That's a really good pass. Rob Little tries a little chip over the top. Where's that bounce going? And that's really good work because it will be a line out to Ulster. About 7 meters out. So 20 minutes to go. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Don't want the English to win the Six Nations. I don't want anyone but Wales to win the Six Nations. We have to sack the Welsh coach first before we defend the Six Nations. The thing is, even if you want Pivac to be sacked, it's not happening. It's not happening. There's only 2 years to go till the World Cup. Nothing is going to change before then. So there's no point even like debating it. Yes, I think Pivac has got some flaws, but I think there are some things that he does well. And I think it's going to be a little bit of time. It's going to take some time, of course. But there are some worrying signs, but there are also some positive signs. So changes going on. Connor is on for Ulster. John Cooney's off. Nathan Doak is on. So Cooney off. Again, first game back for Cooney. Here we go then. 5 meter line out for Ulster. Big moment in the game. They win the ball. But they've lost it. They've knocked it on. It is such a crucial moment. Knock an advantage, them. And McGrath will look to send this one up, which he does, and sends it straight over the touchline just outside the 22. So line out just outside the 22 for Ulster. Big chance for Nathan Doak, isn't it? Someone in the comments before mentioned him, and really excited to see how he gets on. The maul is set up once again here, though, from Ulster. Coming through the forwards just outside the 22. But ball over the ball once again. It's really good work. And again, those moments in the game where you feel like Ulster need to take advantage. Will Connors there over the ball. And chance here then for line out here then to Ulster, just inside their own half. Leinster, sorry, just inside their own half. Come on, Ulster, indeed. I'm neutral, to be honest. I don't really mind who wins this one. As an Ospreys fan, I can only dream of being playing at these heady heights. Ball is there, though, for Leinster, inside the Ulster half. Luke McGrath looking for the gap. We're into the final 20 minutes here. Good carry here from Leinster. And they're beginning to go through the gears now. Ooh, close offside call there. Lovely chip over the top. Where's that going to bounce? It bounces kindly into the hands of James Hume, who does very, very well. Nathan Doak with the ball, gives it into his forwards. Very important that Leinster don't impede here at the breakdown. Important that Ulster find a way to clear their lines. Nathan Doak puts boot to ball. It's not the greatest kick, but it will certainly do. And it actually is a better kick than I thought originally. And chance here for Leinster to come again. And it'll be a line out to Leinster. So, look, we're getting to the business end of this game. 3 points in it. It's an Irish derby. A lot on the line. First against second in the league. Leinster do win the ball. Byrne comes forward. Tackled well, though, by Ray, who's had a really good impact since coming on. Connors carries into the 22. Did that go forward? Referee says no. Leinster moving forward really dangerously here. I don't know if Ulster are going to be able to hold them out. They're now up to 7 meters. Penny carries. Big tackle coming in on him. Peter Hall is back in Ulster. You got to defend here. You got to defend here. It's going to be tough for you here, Peter. But you got to try and do it. Luke McGrath. Slow ball, though. Ulster have done well to slow this one down. Trying to get over the ball. Luke McGrath into Furlong. Big carry from him up to the 5 meter. Advantage, though, to Leinster now. Free play for Leinster. McGrath tries to go alone. He's tackled. And they'll come back for the original penalty. And with just over 15 minutes to go, interesting to see here. What are Leinster going to do? Are they going to go for the points? Or are they going to go for the corner or scrum? They're going to take the points. So going for the points with 15 minutes to go. They will draw the game. So chance here. Ross Byrne adds the 2 points. And we are all level here down at the RDS. 10 points apiece. And Ulster, having had all that dominance early on, and now level in this one. So 10 points apiece in this one. 15 minutes to go now then. Leinster with the ball then. Change here for Leinster. McCarthy is on for Luke McGrath. Harry Byrne is on for his brother Ross. Kick straight out there by, I think, Harry Byrne. So we are coming back to where the kick was taken from. So line out here to Ulster, just outside the 22 of Leinster. So chance here for them to build something potentially. It's going to be a nervy few minutes, folks. If you're watching, you know you've done so. Please do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's completely free to do. Helps show the channel. Get involved in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. And, oh, we have an advantage here to Ulster. And we'll come back for the original penalty. Connor's penalised. I think you got to take the points if you're Ulster. Keep the scoreboard ticking. You've got to take the points here, surely. And they are going to do that. So chance here for Ulster to retake the lead. This commentator, I've got to say, I've been not wanting to say it for a long time, but I've got to say it. The main commentator on Premier Sports is the most obvious Leinster fan I've ever heard in my life. I don't support either team, but he is so biased. It is unbelievable how biased he is. He clearly wants Leinster to win. Well, they've got a chance to take the lead, Adil. They've got a chance to take the lead. Nathan Doak, big chance, 19 years old, chance to put Ulster ahead by 3 points. He kicks it. It looks good. He's got it. Nathan Doak gives Ulster the lead, and with 12 minutes to go, could it be a very historic first win for Ulster down at the RDS? Still a long time to go in this one, 12 minutes or so to go. But Ulster lead 13 points to 10. Harry Byrne will get us restarted. Of course, Leinster with that 100% record so far this season. Nick Timoney collects and runs. Ball is there for Nathan Doak. And he will look to clear this. It's about Ulster managing the game now, playing in the right areas. Nothing silly. Don't give anything cheap away. Good discipline. They can play in the right areas of the pitch. Then they'll be able to... well, they'll be able to control the game that little bit more. But not long to go now, folks. More changes going on here for Leinster. Abdeladze is on for Furlong. So Furlong's shift is done. Ball is there, though, for Leinster from the back of the maul. Good hands coming into Robbie Henshaw, the try scorer. Here's Penny, who carries well for Leinster. We're heading towards the final 10 minutes here. Good hands here as Harry Burns tries a little kick through. And he's kicked it out, I think, on the full. Which he has there. I think the crowd wants a late tackle, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that kick whatsoever. So scrum to Ulster. A couple of players are down, injured, or cramp potentially. So we'll have a little bit of break in play here now. Couple of injuries, couple of knocks here. Don't forget, tomorrow night there will be a review show on the channel. For those who put their comments in for the games on the preview show, I will go through them tomorrow on the review show. It'll be out around 7 o'clock UK and Ireland. So make sure to subscribe for that. We'll go through all the games, talk about the situation in South Africa, and that will be out tomorrow night. So do keep your eyes peeled for that on the channel. Line outs here then to Ulster, just outside their own 22. We're heading towards the final 10 minutes here. Not long to go, and it's stolen by Leinster. Huge steal, Cronin carries and runs at Billy Burns. Ball out wide here. There might be a chance here for Leinster. McCluskey tackles. Still there, though, for this Leinster side. Connors carries well. Not held, says the referee. Chance here then for Leinster. In the 22, Harry Byrne gives it into Cronin. Penny carries strong. Timoney holds him up. Connors carries. Herring goes in. Big tackles coming in. Abedizele. Leinster really beginning to move now through the gears. Ulster have got to slow this down and try and do it legally. I think there's some space out to the left-hand side if Leinster can spot it. Big tackles coming in on them here. Oh, and it's knocked on by Harry Byrne. And Ulster will have a chance to clear their lines into the final 10 minutes fully now. It's going to be a nervy 10 minutes. A nervy 10 minutes ahead of us here, I think. And we don't have long to go now, folks. And it's about how can Ulster manage this game now. They need to ensure that they can get their clearance right, that they can manage the game. 6'9", 135 kg, halfback. Damn. You're a big halfback. We're just having a break here in play. Change for Leinster. Jordan Lama off. He's had a really quiet game, Jordan Lama, I've got to say. And Tommy O'Brien replaces him. He's had a quiet game, Jordan Lama, I've got to say. But not long to go in this one whatsoever now. Even though it's been quite a low-scoring game, it's actually been quite an enjoyable game to watch. Another change coming in then, this time for Ulster. I think Frank Murphy's a brilliant referee. His communication is fantastic. So scrum here then. Kane is on for more, not Harry Kane. He certainly is not playing rugby. But Kane is on for more in the front row of Ulster. Nathan Doak to feed this scrum. Leinster and Ulster scrum, both of them have Nathan Doak manages to clear it. And it's a decent clearance kick. I'm full of it, mate. I'm 5'10", 100 kg. 10. Fair enough. I'm 91 currently, but I call it bulking, right? So that's how I get away with it. Try that. It works quite well. I'm bulking. That's my excuse. So line out here to Leinster on the 10-metre line. Still plenty of time. 8 minutes to go. Ulster leading by 3 points, looking for their first win at the RDS since 2013. Not long to go now. Nervy times. Well taken by Gilroy in the air. And there's some good counter working from Leinster, but off his feet. And Leinster not really helping themselves. They've struggled out the breakdown today, Leinster, on the whole. I think Timoney and Rhea especially have both had a big impact in that area, and Leinster just haven't really been able to manage it. Hey, it works. Try it. Yeah, it does work. I do go to the gym though, but yeah, no cardio whatsoever. Have a lad say there, penalised. So line out to Ulster just outside, just on the halfway line. Ball is there. Ulster have set up the maul. Ball is there. Nathan Doak sends it up. Who's going to be competing for this one? It's a really, really good take by Tommy O'Brien. Harry Burns sends it up. Well taken by Little, who steps away, but is he running into danger here? No, he's not. A really good carry from the replacements up to the 10-metre line now. Doak gets it out. Billy Burns looks up, fires it out. Was that forward? No, says the referee, McElroy. Ulster, 6 minutes away from a very, very famous win. Nathan Doak once again looking to send this one downfield, which he does. I agree, Johnny. I think he looked composed. He's played really well. He's done the simple things really well to coming on. And obviously he was in great form before Cooney came back from injury. Squeaky bum time, yeah. I think that's how you describe it, isn't it? So 5.5 minutes. Henshaw with the ball on his own 10-metre line. Pops it in. Lovely. Trying to burst through. And penalty to Ulster. What a moment in the game. Little wins the penalty. Not releasing. They've struggled at the breakdown. If Nathan Doak thinks he can kick this, you have to take this. Does he think he can get it? He thinks he can get it. This is massive. 5 minutes to go. No, he doesn't think he can get it. So Ulster go into the corner. I'm surprised that they're not going for this kick. I'm really, really surprised. Folks, if you are watching, over 40 of you currently watching, please do hit the subscribe button. Leave a like on the stream, as always. And, of course, get involved in the chat. What do you think? Last 5 minutes to go. What do you think? How is this going to go? Let me know. Let me know what you think this last 5 minutes. Could this be the first win for Ulster down at the RDS since 2013? The lineout is one just outside the 22. Herring carries. Goes alone. Ball is there, though, for Nathan Doak. Nick Timoney carries. He's been excellent this evening. Over the ball. Incredible. It might just come down to a penalty. One mistake could be the difference in this final few minutes. Oh, that is harsh. Oh, I'm not sure about that. I think that was really quick. Frank Murphy, the referee, was very quick onto that. Penny gets over the ball there. He does get over it, but I think he's released it pretty quickly. He literally was on it for half a second there, but chance for Leinster to send it down. Nearly 50 people watching, folks. It's going to be a nervy couple of minutes now. 3 minutes to go in this one. 3 minutes to go. Woo! It's getting nervy. Let me know who you're supporting, who you want to win. Hit the subscribe button, leave a like, get involved in the chat as always. It's getting nervy now. Line out from Leinster. It's one. Connors peels off the back, gives it in to the scrum half. Harry Byrne is knocked on from Leinster. And an opportunity here for Ulster. Advantage from the knock-on. Is that the opportunity that they needed that they've now lost out on? Nathan Doak with a chance to clear his lines. I will get to your comments in a bit, folks. But this is a pretty nervy moment in the game here. 2.5 minutes in this one. Robbie Henshaw wins the ball. Good to see him back in a Leinster jersey. Here come Leinster now. 2 minutes to go. Going through the forwards. Abeladze carries well there. They're just inside the Ulster half here. Kieran Fawley, great tackle from Billy Bird. Oh! And Humes intercepted it. And Humes going to run in. And Humes is going to score. And he does. Ulster surely have won this one down at the RDS as Humes has ran away and scored the intercept try. Acts as if it's nothing. And what a finish from Humes. And that's going to be the win with 1.5 minutes to go. It looks like Ulster. The ball comes out. It's a brilliant hit. Brilliant hit from Billy Burns. And then the ball is thrown out. And James Hume breaks through. And wow, what a moment that is. Love the passion. Absolutely. Hey, it's a last-minute try to secure the win. You cannot be hating on that. I don't support either team, by the way, before people start saying I do. I don't. I don't want a confident Ulster coming down to face Ospreys next week. But Ulster, fair play. They've defended really, really well. They deserve this win, in my opinion. They probably should have won by more, to be honest, with the opportunities they've had. But Leinster, it just hasn't clicked for them this evening. So Nathan Doak the chance to give them a 10-point lead with 30 seconds remaining in this one. It's sent. Nathan Doak gets it through the post. Ulster are 20 points to 10 in the lead. And, well, the game's won. The game is won. James Hume, one player of the match. 1 second left. The clock is in the red. Time is now. Nathan Doak can just kick it off. And there is the final whistle. And Ulster have won down at the RDS. It is 10 points to 20 for Ulster. Ulster win for the first time since 2013. What a moment this is for Ulster. Congratulations to Ulster. Congratulations to you guys. Well done. Commiserations to Leinster. A huge win for Ulster. What a moment that is. Great win for Ulster. Absolutely. Peter, you must be absolutely buzzing. Oliver as well will be very happy. Congratulations to you, Ulster. Well in. Final score then 20 points to 10 to Ulster. Very deserving victory. And at the end of the day, Leinster just didn't have an answer. Just did not have the answers. Absolutely awesome performance from Ulster. I'm going to leave it there, folks. But I will be back tomorrow night. There will be an upload of the review of the weekend's action. So make sure, as always, to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this stream, and join me for that tomorrow. And, of course, next weekend, we will be doing previews ahead of the weekend's action and be doing live watch-alongs. Thank you very much for watching. Johnny, you're too kind, mate. You're too kind. Thank you very much. I will see you next week for some more watch-alongs and some more content. But until then, congratulations to Ulster, commiserations to Leinster. I will see you very soon. Take it easy, folks.